welcome to Flip Lesson 47 for the 6th grade. Today we're looking at circumference to get an idea of how it works. We did an activity together in class where we were measuring diameters and measuring the distance around different types of objects with string to help us understand the relationship between diameter and circumference. And in general, we basically, through averaging, we came up with the number pi, 3.14. And so that number is going to become an important number when it comes to solving for circumference. As we look at this problem, there's really two ways to solve for circumference, being that distance around the circle. And so as we look at this, we can see two different problems. We're going to start with the problem on the right with the 8 centimeters. All right. We see D here in our equation stands for diameter, distance across the circle. If we take diameter times pi, which is 3.14, we should be able to come up with circumference. Remember, circumference is like perimeter. All right. So we're not going to have any squared numbers for this. So if I'm going to take 8, I'm going to actually put pi down first, 3.14 times 8, and I can multiply this out, 8 times 4, 8 times 1, 8 times 3, and then 2 decimal places, 1, 2. So in the end, I have a circumference of 25.12 centimeters. And so we have that idea. Now, sometimes we're not given the diameter, but we do know the relationship between radius and diameter, and we know that 2 radiuses equals 1 diameter. So in this case, since I have a radius of 2 inches over here, really I can say 2 times r is going to be a diameter. Now, mathematically, what mathematicians have discovered, it's actually easier to go 2 times pi and then times the radius, especially once you start getting into radiuses that are very large numbers, because it just makes the multiplication a little bit easier. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take 3.14, we're going to multiply it by 2, right? So that's step 1 right there. And so that's going to give me 6.28. And now I'm going to multiply by the radius of another 2. And I'm going to get 6 is 1, 5, and then I can put my label, and we solve that problem. Now, sometimes the question may come in a very different way, such like a problem like this. It says a motorcycle has a tire with a diameter of 45 inches. If the biker backs up his bike 1 tire rotation, how far did his motorcycle move? So what they're saying is, here we have the cyclist, this biker, and his tire is right here, right? And he's going to slowly back up. But we know that as he slowly backs up, this tire is going to move, right? So it's going to go, and it's going to spin, 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 until it comes back to its starting location. All right? I can't show it much beyond that image right here. But what you can see is that to back up a tire, 1 rotation, in the end, we have a circumference. So let's solve for that circumference. All right? We know this is our formula. We're multiplying by 45. So we're going 3.14 times 45. 5 times 4 is 0. 2, 7. 5 times 3 is 15. 0 goes down. 4 times 4. Carry the 1. 4 times 1 plus 1 is 5. And then there. And then I do my math. 1, 1, 1, 4, 1. Add my decimal place back in, 2 places, 1, 2. And so in the end, I get an answer 141.3 inches is the distance that it is. And so we have that thing. All right, here's a sample problem to let you explore this idea. That is lesson 57 on circumference.